I'll answer my own question. I don't think they're good. And the Celtics should absolutely make quick work of them. Don't screw around.
Always follow the money. That's what I always say. You always follow the money. Yeah.
This is Follow the Money with Mitch Moss and Paulie Howard on VSiN.
The Celtics are laying big, a big number against the Cavaliers in this game and certainly in the series. I guess the thing that you could maybe say here for the Cavaliers, because they're catching 12 tonight, and it's one of the biggest favorites I can remember in this round of the NBA playoffs going back a long, long time. There is no Porzingis, and the Cavaliers did play them tight in the regular season. Now, will that translate to tonight? They need to have about 4 other guys not named Donovan Mitchell play well. And that's the part that I don't know if I can get. Mitchell might go for 37 tonight. But what are you going to get from anybody else? That's the biggest question mark here for this team.
I love that bet, Mitchell, to lead the league to lead the series in points. I just think
he's minus 110.
I know it's what he did the last couple of games, all time, right there, one behind Iverson.
Well, he knows he has to be Superman.
I know. Well, Game 6 was alarming. Come on, he goes for 50, Garland goes for 21, and the team can't even get 100.
Yeah,
that's bad.
Oh, it's really
and now
bad.
The injury of Allen. I'll ask you, are they good? Because you bring up we disagree on this Dallas series, which we'll get to, but they had that 17-2 run. But they were playing nobodies, and they also took off when Mobley got hurt. And Mitchell was playing great. But you see how bad the Orlando series was, and they're down 18 at home in a Game 7.
Yeah, I will say the Orlando defense is really good.
They also been awful on the road. I mean, to get run out the last 2 years and I believe Bickerstaff is 0-8 on the road in the playoffs. You can double check my work on that. But the last 2 years, it has been ugly. What's happened in road playoff games and getting housed, and just you can't count on these guys. Other than Mitchell and Garland's been bad too.
Yeah.
So even Strus hit a couple threes, but it's been very disappointing. Even a guy like Bang Bang Niang. I mean, where are these guys? How can they be so bad? And it's all been Mitchell being Superman, and he bailed them out, and they finally got going in the second half to beat Orlando. But then again, Orlando, with one of the worst halves you're ever going to see in a Game 7, and Wagner, 1 of 15, and they combined between him and Suggs, 3 of 28. So I'll answer my own question. I don't think they're good. And the Celtics should absolutely make quick work of them. Don't screw around.
Can you see the Cavaliers winning a game?
Maybe Game 3. Maybe if Mitchell's Superman.
I think
Boston just has a bad game from 3.
Yeah, that can happen. It happened against the Heat.
Yeah.
When the Heat could not miss.
I don't think Cleveland will ever shoot like that, but that's...
that's the thing,
I'm saying. It would have to be bad Boston.
Well, what you can get, again, there's no Porzingis. You can get bad Boston for a game.
Is that a big deal, though? That's not a big deal.
Eventually it will be.
It'd be in the finals, right? They'd miss him against Minnesota.
Maybe miss him against the Knicks or something.
You're not going to miss him. He's not... I'll tell you, one more bad news for Porzingis. Greek Freak said he wasn't even close to coming back. He was just starting to do cardio, he said.
Oh, so they were screwing with us the whole time with the injury report, basically.
Yeah, Doc lied. Yeah, he did.
Imagine that.
Imagine that is right. Go figure. So he was just starting to do cardio before Game 6.
You want to go back to our guy, Derek White? He is 50-1 to lead this series in scoring. I don't think I can get there with that. He can have some really good games, but overall for the series, that's tough to me. I'll tell you one way that I would not mind approaching this. Now, the best number I could find here in Las Vegas was plus 325. I don't think that's worth a bet, but DraftKings had 5-1 yesterday. It's 4-1 now. 4-1 might be worth it. If you can still find a 5-1, I would say that's worth it. The bet would be this. The player to have the most threes in this series, because Derek White is odds on, minus 125. You're not going to bet that, although he couldn't miss against Miami. That's fine. To sustain that, I'm not going to bet on that. Donovan Mitchell, he's going to get his shots. He could easily do this. But I think Tatum is worth a look if he can find 5-1. His threes by game against Cleveland this year, he was 2 of 9, 3 of 10, and 5 of 9. So he's going to get up 8, 9, 10, 11 threes per game. That's what you want. You want a volume shooter from downtown, and he's the guy. He averaged 8.2 attempts this year from 3, and he made 3.1 per game. Now, he did not shoot it well against Miami, but that can flip back. Like, he can have some positive regression. White not be getting enough attempts to lead this category. So I think if you can find Jason Tatum at 5-1 in that range to have the most threes, that to me would be worth a bet. So that would be one angle for me. But I'm with you on that. I think overall the Celtics scoring is going to be so spread out amongst Tatum, White, Brown, some others.
Well, I mean, Holiday doesn't even do anything.
No,
he gives
he
you
doesn't.
like 8 points a game. It's okay. He's like he's an afterthought. You don't even think about him.
Just go play defense and don't turn the ball over.
I don't know what the status of Allen too. When is this guy coming back? And that goes back to the question: should the Cavs even play two bigs at the same time if he's healthy? But you can't trust on some of these guys to score outside of Mitchell, and then if you don't have him down low as a rim protector, that's wide open too. Mobley looked good at times and had the big block in game 5, whatever that was. But again, you wanted this. You tanked on purpose to get Orlando, and then it's game 7 at home and you're down 18. So. Plus, you can't trust them on the road here. And Boston was so good at home this year. It's a big point spread. But it should be a repeat of Miami with these games at home for Boston against Cleveland.
Yeah, it should be a 5-game series. And again, we'll say this one more time. Brought it up earlier in the first hour of the show today. The thought is here with the Celtics, you don't want to play with your food. You want to take care of them immediately. There is a chance this Pacers-Knicks series can grind out to like 6, maybe 7 games. And if Thibodeau's going to play his guys 42, 45, 47 minutes, how much are they going to have in the tank to take on this elite Celtics team? I mean, that would be the best case scenario in the world for Boston if that were to happen, and that's a possibility.